So I know it's been almost 2 years since I made a video, and a lot has happened in that 2 years' time. I didn't want to just get into all the COVID stuff that was going on. I did a little bit at the beginning. I wanted to go on cruises. The whole world was shutting down. And it seemed like everything on YouTube around the cruise industry was all about the shutdown, where the ships were, when do you think it's coming back? Well, guess what? I'm Charles. This is Cruising with Charles, and I am back.
And the white still on, chocolate blue. Okay, so now let's break this. 1, 2, 3. So inside we have a tiramisu cream, chocolate marquise with raspberry and lemon jam. And the ice cream of the day, the chocolate with pretzels and the coconut with pineapple caramel. Okay, so now you may start to read dessert. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, I am Charles and welcome to Cruising with Charles. It is so good to be back. I just got off 2 days ago the Carnival Panorama. We did the 7-day Mexican Riviera for the 50th birthday celebration. Had an absolute blast. It was a little bit different for me. One, I was really waiting to see when the cruise line was going to open back up and how it was going to be. So no, I did not jump on any of the cruises in 21. And I kind of waited a little bit off and on to see what was going to happen. Wasn't sure about wearing a mask the entire cruise. That's just my personal choice. Everyone's entitled to their own choices on that. So I kind of just sat back and waited, and I actually ended up on the cruise March 5th. The mask mandates were gone, but I was also traveling with my daughter, so I was traveling with someone who's unvaccinated, so it did make things a little more, not complicated, but the bubble tours. Weren't many choices for us. Process was nice and easy. Getting on board, ship was absolutely amazing. It was just great to be back. So we got on ship in Long Beach. Sail away party was absolutely amazing. I posted some pictures. And of course, as soon as I did that, my Facebook page turns into the typical jab, no jab. Just, my honest opinion, just give it a break. Everybody's got their different opinions on it all. Make your own decisions based on what you want to do. So we did Long Beach, did our day at sea. Had a blast during our day at sea. We did the sky ride. I don't know how many times my daughter was on that thing. We did do the Italian restaurant. I wasn't very impressed. I didn't even take any pictures or videos of that because I just was not impressed with the food there. Then we hit Cabo San Lucas. Got off the ship. We did one of the, our tours were all the bubble tours, so we did the pirate ship snorkeling. Saw a bunch of whales on our way out. So we kind of got a little whale tour included with that. Snorkeled, had fun, got back to the ship. Mazatlan, could not find any tours for us to do, so we elected to stay on the ship, played in the water park, did the movies at the dive-in movie. It was really enjoyable. Puerto Vallarta, we went to swim with the dolphins, had a great time. Then our 2 days at sea. Not quite sure what happened our first sea day coming back, because we had a couple sea days and our meetup. They had an emergency in the dining room. And then in the middle of the night, they were calling for blood donations. Never heard that one on a cruise. Then on our last sea day, we're just south of Ensenada, and we had to air vac somebody. Honestly, I don't know what the outcome was. I hope everything's good. That's all I can hope for. But it's amazing watching the Coast Guard actually doing their job. We don't need to debate it. You'll never see any pictures or footage of anyone being lifted off the ship on any of my videos or my Facebook or social media posts. I will not do that. The family deserves privacy, but I don't have an issue filming the actual Coast Guard members doing their job, because what they do is absolutely incredible, and they put their own lives at risk to do this. Then we had the ultimate. We met up with the Carnival Miracle outside of Ensenada. That was a lot of fun. Big party on the deck. They did the ship talk for Carnival. They did the horn battle between the two ships. Check that out. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You could hear everybody cheering on both ships. The fun part was you could see the balconies on the Miracle, and they were waving their towels, and I was up there screaming, they're surrendering. Everybody was just having a good time. And then, unfortunately, we had to get off the ship, catch our flight, and head home. But I'm finally happy that things are opening back up. Being on the cruise, everything felt normal. Pretty much normal from what I was used to. serve yourself at the buffets, which was nice. I always enjoyed that. I can't say anything was really awful. There were a couple things I didn't like, and I'm going to do a couple different videos on them. And one, of course, was the Carnival kitchen. I wasn't impressed, but eventually I'm going to end up putting a card to that video as soon as I get it up. So there'll be a card pops up, and I'll also put a link in the description of that video. Was not impressed, and I'll tell you what happened and why I was not impressed with it. And again, the Italian restaurant I wasn't impressed with, but it's just my taste in Italian food, and that may be all it was. And I'll also do another video of what it was like and what our process was for going on a cruise right now with an unvaccinated child. That was a little different experience, kind of nerve-wracking all the way through, and I'll explain that one. But overall, it was wonderful. It was nice to be back. For those of you that did start following me when I started this channel, there was some back and forth of how I felt about COVID, and either way, I ended up with it twice. I know a lot of people that ended up with it at least once, so seems to be what happens, but it's nice to be back. Already looking at several other cruises, but for right now, I got to get this wrapped up. I got to get things packed, ready to go again. I'm actually going to be doing a Route 66 drive. We're going to go out and explore some of Route 66. I'll post those videos, even though they're not directly related to cruising, but we're going to be out having some fun. We're actually going to be going to Six Flags Magic Mountain, taking one of the other kids out there. And I'm already in the process of booking a few more cruises. I'll start letting you know which ones are going to be coming up. What I'm weighing on heavily is I'm considering the inaugural and possibly a back-to-back on the Jubilee when it comes out next year. So I'll keep you updated if I'm going to be doing that. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I put another video out, because they're going to start coming now. Like I said, already in the process, again, ready to book some more cruises now that I know how it is again. I'm excited. I'm hoping to get at least 5 or 6 cruises in this year, and then we're just going to keep building from them. All right, so until next time, this is Charles, Cruising with Charles. I am out of here.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.